Hello my dear yogi, you're very welcome to follow along in my yoga practice on this beautiful island of Milos in Greece. I've added a voiceover because there was too much sound going on around me taking my voice away. So just find yourself somewhere where you can feel at peace, somewhere where you can feel joy and gratitude, and just indulge in your body and in your well-being, wherever that place might be for you. So come to still, be comfortable in whatever position you feel most at ease in, and just relax and breathe, perhaps closing the eyes. Just let your breath settle, let your body settle. And we're going to prepare to take some deep, energizing breaths. So breathing in, bringing the arms above the head, palms together, look up. And breathe out. Bring the hands back down. Again, breathe in nice and deep, arms up above the head, palms together. And breathe out, arms back down to your sides. And one more time. Breathe in nice and deeply, look up, hands together. And breathe out, hands down. We're going to keep moving, so breathe in again, bring the arms up above the head, and this time, as you breathe out, twist to the left. Breathe in back to center, arms up. Breathe out and twist to the right. And breathe in, arms up, look up. Breathe out, twist again to the left. Breathe in, hands to center, and breathe out, twist again to the right. Bring the hands back up, palms together above the head, and then breathe out, hands together in front of the heart in Namaste. And start to move now into a kneeling position facing the top of the mat. Come to a high kneeling position. And we're going to breathe in and bring the arms again high above the head. Bend back a little. And then breathe out, bend forwards, bring the forehead to the ground and lift the arms in the air up and behind you. This is kneeling bird pose. Breathe in, high kneeling again, arms in the air, bend back, and breathe out, forehead to ground, arms sweep up and behind. And breathe in, high kneeling, arms up into the air, bend back, and breathe out. Bring the arms back down to the sides. Now bring the arms out in front. We're going to work with eagle arms. So cross the left arm under the right. The crooks of the elbows are together, and bend the arms so the palms are facing outwards. This is going to feel quite challenging on the shoulders. If you want to, just bring your hands onto your shoulders like a shoulder hug. But if you want to take this further, you can bring your left fingers around to rest on your right palm. And bring the arms slightly away from the body and up, feeling that really deep stretch across the shoulders. And release, flap the arms, and then let's go the other way. So this time, right arm under left, elbows together, palms facing outwards or hands on the shoulders as you prefer. And if you have the movement, bring the right fingertips onto the left palm. Move the elbows away from the body and up slightly. Again, stretching out all through the shoulders. And release now. Prepare to stretch the front of the shoulders now. So breathe in, arms up, and breathe out. Forehead down to the ground, arms sweep up and behind, drinking bird. Breathe in, bring the arms to cactus pose, elbows bent into the sides, draw the shoulder blades together. Breathe out, head on the ground, drinking bird. Breathe in, cactus arms, shoulder blades drawing back, stretching the front of the chest, and breathe out, head again to the ground, and breathe in, cactus arms. And release. Bring the hands to the ground. Prepare for downward facing dog. So tucking the toes and sending the hips high into the air. And just bending alternate knees, stretching the hamstrings. And as you bend each knee, perhaps dip the hip inwards as well. Hip stretch, hamstring stretch, back of the body stretch. Enjoy that feeling through the outside of your hips and come to still. And we're going to step the right foot forwards now and drop the back knee into a low lunge. Look forwards, bring the hands into the air, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Sending the hips forwards and down, the front knees above the ankle, feeling a back bend. Bring the hands to the ground. Step the front foot back, firstly into plank and then drop the knees. And bringing the chest and chin to the ground, the hips are still high. Ashtanga Namaskara. And now bringing the hips to the ground into Cobra pose, the hands are under the shoulders, head and chest is up, look forwards. And breathing now through the knees back into downward facing dog. And preparing now to step the left foot forwards. Drop the back knee. Look forwards, bring the arms into the air as you breathe in, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Look forwards. Feel the stretch all through the groin, hip flexors. And release the hands back down to the ground. Come back into downward facing dog. Now extending the right leg into the air behind into a three-legged dog. We're going to move our body weight forwards into a plank shape and now bring the right knee to the right elbow and extend the leg back out again behind three-legged dog. Move forward to plank. Right knee comes to right elbow. Back into three-legged dog. Keep the belly sucked in, the core engaged. And again, bending the right knee towards the right elbow, upper body strength, back into three-legged dog. 3 more. Right knee to right elbow, three-legged dog, knee to elbow, three-legged dog, and knee to elbow, three-legged dog, and release. Come back to downward dog, both feet on the ground. Left leg extends out, three-legged dog. Keep the belly pulled in, move forwards into plank. Now left knee to left elbow. Move back to three-legged dog. Well done. And again, plank, left knee to left elbow. Move back to three-legged dog. And left knee to left elbow. Back to three-legged dog. You've got 3 more to go. Left knee to left elbow. Three-legged dog. 2 more. Left knee to left elbow. Three-legged dog. And last one. Left knee, left elbow, three-legged dog. And both feet on the ground now. Back into downward facing dog. Let's just take a break here. You can choose to come down into child's pose if you wish, or just hang there in downward facing dog and breathe. Release the neck, look back between the knees. Rest and breathe. There's a lot of work on the upper body, a lot of work on the core. Keep breathing. We're going to move again, ramping it up a little bit harder this time. So come back into three-legged dog with the right leg out behind. Engage the core. And this time, bring your right knee to your right elbow, three-legged dog. And the right knee now is going to come forward between the wrists. And back to three-legged dog. And this time the right knee is going to cross the body to the left elbow and back to three-legged dog. And release. Let's do that on the left. So left leg extend up and behind three-legged dog. Pull the core in. Come forward to plank. And bringing the left knee to the left elbow. Back to three-legged dog. Left knee now comes forward between the wrists and hovers. And back to three-legged dog. And left knee is going to cross the body to the right elbow. And back to three-legged dog. Release the leg back to down dog. Let's do that again. Right leg extends, three-legged dog. Core in. Right knee to right elbow. Three-legged dog. Right knee between the wrists and hover. Three-legged dog. Right knee across to left elbow. Three-legged dog. And back to downward dog. Left leg extends out behind. And then left knee to left elbow, three-legged dog, left knee forward between the wrists and hover, three-legged dog, and left knee across to right wrist, three-legged dog, and return back to downward facing dog for a rest. Come down into child's pose if you wish, take as long as you like. Take 3 long, deep breaths in either child's pose or downward facing dog. And let's walk forwards to the front of our mats into a forward fold and slowly uncurl the body, come to upright, come to stand in Tadasana, feet hip width apart, core is engaged, belly in. And breathe in, bring the arms up above the head, palms together, look up. And fold forwards, bring the hands to the ground. And step back with the right foot, bending the front knee. Rise the arms up into the air, into a high lunge position, crescent lunge. Be prepared now to start dipping the back knee towards the ground. So lower the knee and straighten the leg. And then bending the knee, dip to the ground and straighten and dip and straighten. Keep the core strong. Dip and straighten. And one more. Dip the knee and straighten. And bring the hands to the ground. Step the left foot back into a plank position. Breathe in and breathe out, lower to the ground. And then breathe in, upward facing dog. And breathe out, downward facing dog. Right leg into the air, not the left as I'm doing in the video. Right leg steps forwards and bring the arms into the air, crescent lunge. And be prepared now to start dipping the left knee towards the ground, so keep the core strong. And dip the knee to the ground and straighten the back leg. Dip the back knee, straighten the leg, and dip, and straighten, and dip, and straighten, and dip, and straighten, and bring the hands down again. Step the front foot back into plank, breathe in, and breathe out, lower down, chaturanga, breathe in, upward facing dog, and breathe out, downward facing dog. Right leg into the air this time. Step the right leg forwards. Come back up into crescent lunge. We're going to use eagle arms. So right arm crosses under left, elbows are together, backs of the palms facing outwards, or right fingertips resting on left palm. Breathing in, lift the arms slightly. And breathe out, dip forwards, bring the hands towards the ground. Breathe in, lift the arms and body, and breathe out, hands towards the ground, bow forwards. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathe out, bow forwards. Breathe in, arms up. And breathe out, bow forwards, and breathe in, come back up again, uncurl the arms, back to crescent lunge. Let's take a vinyasa, hands to the ground, step back into plank. Lower the body, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog, and left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Step the left foot through, come up, crescent lunge. Let's prepare to do eagle arms on the other side. So crossing left under right this time, elbows together. And you can bring the left fingers onto the right palm. Breathe in, lift the arms a little. And breathe out, dip forwards. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, dip forwards. And breathe in, lift the arms, look forward. Breathe out, bow forward. Breathe in, lift up. And breathe out, bow forward. Breathe in, lift up. And uncurl the arms. Let's take a vinyasa, hands to the ground. Step the front foot back into plank. Lower the body down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg into the air again, three-legged dog. Let's step forwards, come up into crescent lunge. We're going to work cactus arms this time. So from crescent, bend the elbows, draw the shoulder blades together, open the chest. And the arms back into the air, crescent lunge. Arms to cactus, shoulder blades pulling backwards. Arms back to crescent lunge. And again, cactus. And crescent lunge. And cactus last time. And a vinyasa, hands to the ground. Step back into plank. Lower the body down to the ground, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Left leg this time into the air, three-legged dog. Step the foot through. Come up into crescent lunge, arms in the air first of all. And bending the elbows, draw the shoulder blades now together, open the chest. And back to crescent. And cactus. And back to crescent. And cactus, shoulder blades together. And crescent arms, good. And a vinyasa, hands to the ground. Step back into plank, lower down, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And let's take a break. Come onto the hands and knees. Let's sink ourselves down into child's pose for a break. Arms could be extended out above the top of the mat. Or you can choose to tuck your hands behind you, close to your feet. Either way, rest and breathe. Well done. Lots of work on the upper body, the shoulders and the core. Breathe nice and steady. Connect with your body. Give thanks and praise to yourself for what you have done today. And start to come back up into kneeling. Let's close the practice. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Hands to the forehead and bow forwards. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. Go enjoy your day.